Welcome back to another episode of Ryan's Rundown. Now, today we need to talk about Mr. Beast and the drama surrounding his new TV show with Amazon, Beast Games, and the controversies behind it. Mr. Beast is known for his life changing giveaways and crazy stunts here on YouTube, but now he's in the middle of a massive controversy with this TV show. We are talking lawsuits, we're talking accusations, and just overall unsafe working conditions, along with other YouTubers calling him out. And we'll get into that at the very end. So grab a snack because we are going in on it today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. If you like this kind of content, it really does help me out. So thank you so much. Now let's get into the rundown. So first things first, let's really just set the stage. Who is Mr. Beast? Mr. Beast, aka Jimmy Donaldson, is a YouTuber who rose to fame from creating these wild, insanely popular videos that get hundreds of millions of views per video. They usually involve giving away like massive amounts of money or giving away a car or giving away a house. It's this like unique brand of philanthropy that really put Mr. Beast on the map. From planting trees with Team Trees, raising millions of dollars for ocean cleanup with Team Seas, Mr. Beast just kind of does it all, doesn't he? And it's this overall generosity that made Mr. Beast kind of a lovable person, not just here in the United States, but globally, which is ultimately how he was able to secure this deal for a TV show with Amazon, and fans were excited for this deal. The overall premise of the show: contestants face insane challenges for massive prizes, all while living out the larger than life stunts that Mr. Beast has created for this game show. The announcement for this TV show came out last year in October of 2023, and this is when it was confirmed that Mr. Beast had signed the deal with Amazon for this new TV show. You might be asking yourself, okay, but what exactly is Beast Games? Well, it's basically a giant reality TV show with the premise of giant physical stunts, mental challenges, and cash prizes. All normal, typical Mr. Beast content that he posts every day. And it's been marketed as a sort of Squid Games type TV show where a one winner takes all type scenario. And so when it was announced, fans were ultimately hyped up because it's a huge show, a massive spectacle with millions of dollars backed behind it with Amazon and Jeff Bezos. And it's supposed to be produced with the kind of high quality TV you're used to with Netflix or Hulu. And people really thought it was going to be a game changer in the world of reality TV shows. But obviously, things that seem to be too good to be true are usually always too good to be true because Mr. Beast is facing so much backlash right now for this TV show. And no, it's not from viewers because the show's not even out yet. It is from contestants and production insiders of the show who really started to raise all of the red flags. In November of 2023, reports started coming out that contestants on Beast Games were facing dangerous conditions. Multiple contestants claimed they were pushed past their physical limits during the grueling challenges, and some even described feeling like they were being forced to continue despite exhaustion or minor injuries. One contestant allegedly had to be rushed to the hospital after an accident during filming. Now, this is just crazy because this doesn't sound like your normal TV show. This doesn't sound like a Love is Blind or The Bachelor. This sounds like otherworldly. It makes me wonder what really are these events these contestants are competing in for the money. Now, of course, the Mr. Beast team has insisted that safety is the top priority for the contestants. But all of these claims are clearly painting a much more serious picture at that. The exhaustion and minor injuries in its own do not sound like a safe environment that I would want to be a part of, let alone for a competition reality TV show. No, thank you. And some contestants have even spoken out about the conditions of being a part of that TV show, like being in the middle of a challenge and wanting to drop out, but being forced to continue on. even if you're clearly in pain. In response to these claims, Mr. Beast did an interview back in December of 2023, and he emphasized that safety was always the number one priority, and he also said that medical teams were present at each of the challenges, and those challenges were rigorously planned. Now, despite all of this, the allegations still continue to circulate, and the fans of Mr. Beast began to question how safe these challenges even were. We had users saying, "I applaud you for standing up and shining a light on all the bad things happening with Beast games. Something has always given me the ick when it came to Mr. Beast, and I'm glad to know my suspicions were correct." Honestly, that's a mood. We have another person saying, "Mr. Beast and Amazon are being sued by contestants on its upcoming Beast Game show. He failed to pay minimum wages and overtime, failed to prevent sexual harassment, participants weren't provided uninterrupted meal breaks and rest breaks, and several contestants ended up being hospitalized. Others reported suffering physical and mental complications while being subjected to chronic mistreatment, degradation, and for the female contestants, hostile working conditions." Okay. So we actually had the female plaintiff stating that I wanted to join because I was a fan of Mr. Beast and his videos made me smile during the pandemic. I expected to be challenged, but I didn't think I would be treated like nothing, less than nothing. And as one of the women, I can say it absolutely felt like a hostile environment for us. We honestly could not have been respected less as people, much less employees, if they tried. This is just really sick to hear. I mean, Mr. Beast being such a prominent figure in the world of mainstream celebrity, he's given so much money to produce this TV show, and all these allegations are coming out about the conditions of the poor women and just everybody that was involved. It's just sick, and I can see why it has upset the masses. And of course, things took another turn when YouTuber Rosanna Pansino tweeted about her concerns with the show. On December 15th, 2023, Rosanna posted, "I love what Jimmy has done for the community, but I'm really concerned about the safety of Beast games. These stunts might be taking things too fair." Now, Rosanna has been in the YouTube world for a long time. I don't think her tweet was an attack, but rather a concern for the safety and well-being of the actual human beings that were being pitted against one another on the Beast games. And she called for Mr. Beast and his team to make sure that all the safety standards for all the events and the contestants were up to par for a show with such high stakes. And her post really resonated with a lot of people on social media, and it started to begin an even larger conversation. Is Mr. Beast pushing the envelope too much for the sake of entertainment? Now, there was a lawsuit filed in January earlier this year, and it's already making waves. And if legal action were to get passed through, that would be a huge headache for Mr. Beast and his team. Not to mention just the negative PR fallout of everything. I mean, who wants to have millions of dollars to produce a really high quality TV show and then get caught out for the poor conditions for basically everybody a part of the show except for Mr. Beast and his team, and then to have negative PR? So it really just is a bad look. And this is the kind of stuff that can really negatively impact the Beast brand as a whole, which would collectively have the snowball effect. If it affects Mr. Beast's reputation, that will affect views, therefore it affects his income, it affects everything. And Mr. Beast really hasn't spoken too much about any of the lawsuits surrounding this TV show at all. He's very hush-hush, behind the scenes with everything, having people do the dirty work for him. And legal battles like this, they don't go on quickly. They take months and sometimes even years to find a resolution. Here's a clip of Rosanna Pansino touching a little bit on this situation.
I wanted to read you one of the messages with the permission of one of the contestants to give you an idea of why I'm so upset and why I simply just can't let this go. It's absolutely not okay. So I'm going to read to you her message. "I was a contestant until the end. I also didn't accept their hush money. It was really bad. People were having seizures because they were not getting medication, even though we were promised we would. And it was 100% rigged. They presented it as though the game would be like Squid Games, basically a type of game show where all the games are an even playing field. That was not at all the case. All the games were about speed and strength, so only the young athletic males were at an advantage over the women, and elderly people were also casted. To make things worse, men started realizing that they could take out the women without being eliminated. Guys started tackling and hitting women. 2 girls were tackled and passed out on the field and were dragged off to continue filming. I saw people with broken bones, stitches, etc., and most were women.
What's really unfortunate to me is that people are scared to come out and go against Mr. Beast and the Beast brand as a whole, which, and I get it, it makes sense with millions of followers and just the influence that Mr. Beast has over on a mass majority of people are just really scared of the power and the money that Mr. Beast has. When you're raking in hundreds of millions of views, that converts to millions and millions and millions of dollars. In this day and age, money is power. It's really just disheartening to hear the entire thing because what once used to be nice, lighthearted, community backed videos of Mr. Beast has just turned into a really poor situation of what I think is greed and how money can really change the way a person acts and the way somebody thinks, which obviously leads into a bigger conversation. But all I know is if I was Mr. Beast, I would not want to be him right now. So I get it. Business is business, right? But when your brand is philanthropy and fun, but then allegations come out of unsafe work conditions, broken bones, things like this that involve your brand and your connections. It's kind of like, what? Like, this isn't the Mr. Beast that is being presented to the world. This is the actual status of what is happening behind the scenes with the filming of this production. Or am I wrong? Is he still the fun, generous guy that everybody believed he was? What does the future hold for Beast Games? Will the lawsuits and the controversy derail the show itself? Or do you guys think Mr. Beast is going to be able to pull everything together? One thing I know that's for sure is that Mr. Beast has just been really avoiding the entire situation as a whole, which has really gone to hurt his credibility as a brand and as a person. I didn't think any of us really thought that this is what the Beast Games was going to turn into. And with the stakes so high, it's going to be really interesting to see how everything plays out. What do you think? Are the Beast Games a harmless reality TV show, or has it turned into something a lot more sinister? Let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for sticking around with another video of Ryan's Rundown. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!